you could be very, very, very much forgiven, with especially all the stuff going on about Ukraine, that Partygate has been, well, swept under the rug, that it's all over. But in reality, the Tories are petrified of what could happen next. And we have to remember there is every opportunity that the Prime Minister will probably be receiving a fine over his actions in this. I am pretty much at this point about 70% sure that this is probably going to happen. Now, should that happen, as we saw a couple of weeks ago about, is Boris going to go? Is he going to survive or not? That entire thing just gets completely blown open again. And even though you had the Tories sort of fail to galvanize the support to send in those letters to the 1922 committee, if he gets a fine, they may find it even slightly easier. This is why we are on Penny Mordaunt watch, because Penny Mordaunt is the leader. Indeed, she's another trade minister for the very, very influential moderate conservatives One Nation group. She holds a lot of sway in the Tory party. And if she suddenly resigns, this could once again, as we like to say over here, put the cat among the pigeons once again and start up yet another round, and indeed send us back into once again of Boris watch, and maybe even Boris having to fight off and defend against a vote of no confidence. It's entirely possible. And again, given his reactions and the fact that a lot of the One Nation Tory groups are very upset, not only with Boris over Partygate, but again, his response to this, obviously his lack and luster of sanctioning the Russian oligarchs, and his response to obviously Ukrainian refugees. They are also very upset about that as well. So things could happen very, very quickly. So needless to say, Penny Mordaunt, and if you see that she resigns, is a name that you need to know, and who she is and why her resignation could very much cause a massive political quake here in the UK. So, as always, before we do get into this, please do remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, down below, there are links to my Patreon page and a one-off donation link called Buy Me Coffee, where you can, well, buy me coffee. And of course, the YouTube memberships are open as well, should you like to become a member there. So, as always, let's go jumping into this. This comes to us from the New European with the title of Penny Mordaunt is on Resignation Watch. If Boris Johnson thinks his posturing following Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine has distracted the attention of voters and his own MPs from his Partygate lies, he's aboutly to be very rudely disabused of that notion. Mandrake is reliably informed that opposition to him within his own party is coalescing around the Trade Minister, Penny Mordaunt, a member of the One Nation group of moderate Tories, saying, events have played right into Penny's hands, with just about every one of her most obvious rivals for the leadership now embroiled in allegations about partying or accepting Russian rubles, one senior Tory tells me. The argument against a leadership election had been that there was no obvious favourite and that any contest would be a protracted one. But now we have an obvious favourite in Penny, who is spotlessly clean. Again, if there is a leadership contest, if indeed there is a leadership contest, make no mistake that those people who have now photos of them partying with Russian oligarchs or known to accept Russian money, ultimately that is going to hurt them should there be a leadership election. Trust me, Penny Mordaunt, if she does indeed stand, as it does seem to be that that is now the go-to potential candidate to replace Boris, could very, very well be an absolute ace in the hole for her. But of course, we will have to see. But of course, it's even more important that this moderate group of One Nation Tories is very, very pro single market and customs union. Remember, Ken Clarke used to be part of this group as well, one of the Tory old grandees. So under maybe her leadership, not only are we have seen the very much bombos and saber rattling against the EU doing well ridiculous stuff of like trying to instigate sausage wars and the new cod wars that Boris has been trying to do, will almost certainly come to an end, and even maybe even possibly talks to maybe reallow the UK, maybe even into a customs union, or maybe even to the single market as well, thus also solving the Northern Ireland problem with a stroke of a pen. Penny Mordaunt could indeed do that. But anyway, that's obviously future speculation. But of course, let's get back to this article. Mordaunt was last month said to be on resignation watch over her very obvious despair about Johnson's Partygate lies, and of course the subsequent attempt to smear Sir Keir Starmer over his handling of the Jimmy Savile scandal during his period as Director of Public Prosecutions. On the basis of their own confident polling, the Tories are braced for an unprecedented drubbing in the local elections on May the 5th. And in the immediate aftermath of that, Mordaunt is expected to mount a challenge. The Portsmouth MP won widespread respect for campaigning hard against Alexander Tomenko and the Aquid boss and the Tory donor whose over 1.2 billion power cable scheme running from her constituency to France was rejected. Tomenko called her an absolutely uncontrollable woman, and she will very happily riposte that she was guilty as charged. So pay very, very close attention in the next couple of maybe coming weeks and even the coming months to the name of Penny Mordaunt. She may very well be the one to topple Johnson. If it is true that they are all coalescing around her, then put it this way, Liz Truss doesn't have a have a chance now, considering that there are pictures of her partying with Russian oligarchs, as well as taking money, as well as Rishi Sunak exactly taking money as well. And I think there are pictures of him with Russian oligarchs as well. So ultimately, her two main contenders are gone. And her, obviously, the undersea cable stuff that she again put up at front and very much supported against a Russian oligarch, well, all of a sudden, to a lot of Tories, this is the person they want to be leading the Tory party. So pay very, very close attention to indeed Penny Mordaunt, especially after the May local elections. So it's certainly a name that, and someone that, again, if you're following and hoping to see the fall of Boris, someone you definitely need to be paying close attention to. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button on your way out. And of course, down below, there are links to my Patreon page and a donation link called Buy Me a Coffee, where you can, well, buy me a coffee. And as always, there are the YouTube memberships open as well down below, too. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.